Hello there, everybody! It is me, No Name Evan Simmons Boy, back with the Waves 2, where we find out what happens when you stick ships to only having one caliber of gun above 40 millimeters. Yes, I do have hydration here. We just won a war with America 2 episodes ago, and last episode I was trying to reduce the budget. And it looks like that I have managed to successfully cut down the budget, cut out a good portion of the naval aircraft. Um, and was able to just cut down some other stuff. And we're at a good point. Ships are returning home. Some other stuff here is completing, but yeah, once everything is home, I think I'll be able to start mothballing stuff. Hey, you should head home to Northern Europe. Okay, so it didn't look like I ordered everything home. Those I can't because they're repairing. Yep, I believe we're going to see aircraft results here. So, I will. I think I can afford these destroyers. We'll go one more turn. Filed a study of enemy aircraft losses during the recent war. Okay, total enemy aircraft shot down 191. Shot down 70 with our fighters, 70% were with fighters, not 70%. So the cap was doing work. Other aircraft, 12% heavy anti-aircraft, 12% medium AA, 4% light AA, 3% SAM, 0%. Now you can see that medium AA is better at killing enemy planes than light AA, but light AA is better at getting your ships not being hit. Not having heavy anti-aircraft, or a lot of heavy anti-aircraft though, is probably really hurting me, given those figures, because I can't really do secondary batteries, so. Right now, everything's back home. So first of all, with the money I currently have, I can put research back up to 12%. I can resume construction on Orion, and I can very much resume construction on Cressy. Now I can actually start mothballing and reserving ships. So you're not back home yet. In terms of carriers, I would say at the very least, these will be mothballed. And in terms of their air groups, I think what's remaining will be disbanded. Those are getting disbanded. I kind of want to preserve that bomber. Okay, yeah, sorry, 1809th, you're getting disbanded. Firefighters on Gibraltar, you're getting disbanded. All of you, including the drowned, you're getting disbanded. That just saves a little bit more money. Yeah, naval aircraft is now down to like 5,000 a month. Although honestly, like if I just disband everything here and have no, I think that's a bad idea to not have any naval aircraft. But that's an additional like battleship in construction. Is that worth it? I don't think that's worth it. Having stuff, to be readied is, I think, just better. Okay, so Australia, you move back to Northern Europe. So New Zealand will be moved to the reserve fleet. Incomparable will be, actually, if I'm looking at battle cruises, I have 9, so I want probably the first 5 to be mothballed. So that would be these. And Constant would be put in the reserve fleet. Australia still got to pull back. Well, still has to pull back. In terms of battleships, right now I have 7. Technically, Orion would be 8th. So I think the Hows get mothballed. Then the rest of these get reserved. That's some good money back. Can I fully resume construction on everything? Yes, I can. Uh, so Rainbow, you can pull back to Northern Europe. In terms of carriers, let's see, how many do I have? I would have 16, that includes Andromeda. So, um, so it would normally look like this, but I think that like Estrella, Unicorn, Africa, Pegasus would be better to mothball. Of course, Estrella still has to get back, so the Audacious into the reserve fleet, these guys into the reserve fleet. Yeah, okay, that would be half and half. The Phoebes would go into the mothball fleet. Um, Destroyer-wise, actually, I have a bunch of destroyers I do need to rebuild here. So the Nesters do need something. They're a little overweight right now. I think I will swap to the forward ASW mortar. Love to get that in. Just to get that heavy anti-aircraft factor up a little more. No, I think this will be good. The old Oak class destroyers will need a something. So these are 900 tonners. These are presumably ASW ships. I need a forward ASW mortar on them. Because of that, it does probably mean that the F and K guns will be ditched. Maybe I go for like a Q if I really want another, not a Q, something else. I'll go for dual purpose. Yeah, okay. I have a 1932A rebuild, which is more expensive. I don't know what that is. Other ships of the old OTAG, the Nemesis class. So this is another set of ASW destroyers. Add a forward ASW mortar on them because of that. And I will get rid of the X superimposed turret. Because I have a little bit more mass, I will put it into a extra anti-aircraft gun. And that should have those guys get a little bit more ASW value as well. These should all be mothballed. The minesweeping corvettes. That should be on foreign station. Minion should be mothballed. I'm gonna reserve all of you. Oh, you have to return home. Oriana's would be mothballed. Um, Mothball the Tartar. You guys go reserve. North Stars go reserve. I'm gonna say that whole group could just go into the reserve fleet. I might mothball these guys. Save a little bit more. Okay, so that's a good amount of money, which is excellent. I am going to put that into replacing good portions of my sub force. So in this case, I think I'm going to order like 4 mine laying subs. I'm not sure I should have like E29 in service anymore. I think E29 will be scrapped. I think, yeah, E53 and maybe E62 would be scrapped. I'm gonna lay down a batch of like 6 mine laying subs here. So I'll be laying subs down in batches, I think. So destroyer wise, I have 2 Pelus completed. We're building 3 more, and then we got 2 minions. In terms of the minions, I have 1 built, so I think 1 more minion would complete out that class. And then 3 Pelus would complete out that class. And that would give me, enough that would just give me enough destroyers to not really be concerned about much. Or not concerned about much, but enough ASW craft. Maybe not enough ASW craft, but still good to keep them going. What? Okay, so all the. So let me check what coastal fortifications do I have. So Maine has Airbase Portland. It is an air. It is only an 80. Yeah, Puerto Rico's are big air bases. I think I probably do want to expand Arecibo too. Philippines have all 80s. I'm going to reserve these air bases. As I'm majorly reducing naval aviation. I do think it is also probably a good idea to get some coastal batteries on Maine, just in case, you know, stuff happens. And Maine would be a primary target for the US if we do go to war again. So I think it is important to get a couple coastal batteries there. And then probably get, a couple 6-inch around the Philippines too, just to better protect it. Are they down here? Am I just blind? No, apparently I'm not. Yeah, there we go. And the intention of these coastal batteries is to just hold up any invasions on those places. So that's how I'm spending my money for now. And, as more ships return, that will get significantly better. Oh yeah, I have all these guys in active service. Hold on, let me fix this. So, the Andromedas at this point should be mothballed. Ariadne's reserved. Royal Oak reserved. King Alfred's mothballed. That's the call I'm making. In terms of cruisers, I will say that the Charybdis will be mothballed. I actually think the Peaks and Forward will be mothballed. Oh yeah, you gotta turn home. I'll move those to the reserve. These guys can go into the reserve fleet. That can go reserve fleet. These can all go reserve fleet. So I'll have Phaeton needs to repair. Rainbow needs to return. Pathfinder needs to return. And then the 2 Charybdis class cruisers are still a couple turns away from coming back. We still have a couple battle cruisers also returning home. Orion's being fixed up, so that'll be, a good amount of money back pretty soon. Eagle's gonna return into service, and I'll be able to probably mess with her aircraft. Kurakoa's only a couple turns out. And one thing I want to check, if we actually look at ships sunk, how many did we actually lose this war? Um, so it would have started in 1941 and lasted until 1942. I was just checking that. So we look at 1941, we lose a Hercules, a Viana, and so 1941, 1942. So we lose a Hercules and a Viana. We did lose a Kasanga class corvette, one of the ones we lost two Kasangas and a Standish Hall. So we lost three of our minesweeping our main fleet minesweeping corvettes. And then we also lost, looks like, two dependents. So that would be five of the colonial corvettes. In terms of other losses in the war, we lost the destroyer Northesk, a North Star class. Lost the destroyer Minion, um, which I think the new class of ASW destroyer is named after. We lost the Lochnavar class Lewis, the Ness class Goshawk, the Porpoise class, or Porpoise of the Porpoise class, Acorn of the Savage class, CVL Biter, CV Centaur, and I think that is it for losses this war. Okay, so I have 5,000. I think I need to invest that, first of all, probably into more Hercules class ships. So, the building? Oh, I just ordered 6 to construct, right? Am I blind? Am I blind? Where are my ships being constructed? Oh, I didn't order that. I ordered Oriana class destroyers, not Hercules class. Oops. Was not what I was intending. I want Hercules class corvettes. So 6 of them would more than replace the losses. And I do want another set of minesweeping. Let's see, yeah, 700 ton, maybe 600 ton minesweeping corvettes. And not legal because of this. This legal? This legal? I'll go 3-inch. So you're not as overgunned. So we'll be able to lay down some of those here. And maybe make an improved version of the Kurakoa design here soon. Eagle has finished her reconstruction. So there we go. Some new groups of corvettes. Krakoa is 1 turn away from completion. And how are the air groups on Eagle? They didn't do much, so I think they're just going to be disbanded. It means that Eagle, I believe, would be mothballed. Anything else? Okay, you can go back to Northern Europe. You can go into the reserve fleet. You can go into the mothball fleet. Those guys are still out. Australia can go into the reserve fleet. That destroyer should be mothballed. That destroyer should be reserved. And I think we're just now at the point where, I can start kind of, doing what I want to do. And I probably do want to just improve bases on Bermuda one last time to just make sure I have the basing capacity on the North American East Coast just in case. On the other hand, I do think France would be a really fun target to go after. So I'm going to improve Singapore. I have a lot in the Mediterranean, and in terms of my base, or yeah, coastal fortifications, there are bases here I want to expand. Probably these United Kingdom ones. So I'm gonna say the main bases in the United Kingdom, the ones in Ireland. Expand the ones in Ireland, of course. And the Baltic states are actually pretty important too. If the war winds up being in this area, I think expanding the air bases at the Baltic states preemptively is a smart idea. And if I look at my coastal batteries, what do I have? I have a lot in the Baltic states, so I'm defending that. I have some in Kyushu Bay, so I'm defending that. Some good ones in Malta. I don't have anything in Panama. Do I? Oh wait, no, hold on. 6-inch at Nova Scotia. Okay, I do have stuff at Panama. I don't know why it let me do that, but it let me do that for some dumb reason. Well, it didn't let me do it, but, it's like, oh no, the game's just glitching out, yeah. Well, no, it let me click the button. But yeah, anyway, monthly balance of 4,000 a month with, everything back under construction again. I still think priority right now should be given to, some light cruisers. But, we've actually got some reasonable stuff building. The Navy's kind of rebuilding, and yeah, rebuilding the essential losses, rebuilding some ships, and once that's all done, I think I'll be able to actually properly invest that money again. So thank you everyone for watching. This has been me, NoName117Spore, and I will see you next time. Links to my Discord, Twitch, and Twitter are down below. Bye!